The Warhammer 40K verse is a vast, sprawling tapestry woven with threads of endless war, religious fanaticism, and technological decay. At the heart of this sprawling galaxy lie planets, each a vital cog in the imperium of man's war machine, or a festering wound threatening to tear it apart. This video delves into the details of some of the most crucial planets in the Warhammer 40K setting, exploring their significance, history, and their impact on the galaxy's fate. Greetings all, I'm your guide, the Archivist. Today I will dive into an overview of key worlds, their rise in power, and their final fate. Before we begin, please make sure to like the like and subscribe waypoints down below, so that more people can learn from the archives. No discussion of key planets in the Warhammer 40K verse can begin without acknowledging Terra, birthplace of humanity and the heart of the Imperium. Millennia ago, it was a vibrant, thriving world. Now it is a heavily fortified, polluted hive world, covered in layers of concrete and steel. Terra serves as the seat of the Emperor of Mankind, interred within the Golden Throne, and the administrative centre of the entire Imperium. The planet's surface is almost entirely consumed by the Ecclesiarchy's vast cathedrals, the Administratum's towering bureaucracy, and the fortresses of the Adeptus Custodes and the Sisters of Silence. The Imperial Palace, a colossal structure that houses the Golden Throne, is a planet-sized fortress in itself, constantly defended against psychic incursions and physical assaults. Terra's significance extends beyond its administrative role. It is a symbol of hope, albeit a fading one for humanity. It's the planet all Imperial citizens are taught to revere, and pilgrimages to Terra are considered the highest honour. However, the sheer density of humanity and psychic activity on Terra also makes it a constant target for chaos, requiring unwavering vigilance and perpetual sacrifice of countless souls to maintain the Emperor's psychic beacon, the Astronomicon. The details of Terra's defence are constantly being refined and improved, with the aim to prevent any Xenos or Chaos incursions. Once the domain of the ancient Martian civilizations, Mars is now the exclusive domain of the Adeptus Mechanicus, the priesthood of Mars. This red planet is Forge World Alpha, the most important industrial centre in the Imperium. It is here the secrets of technology are meticulously guarded by the tech priests, who worship the machine god and strive to rediscover lost technologies from the dark age of technology. The surface of Mars is covered in sprawling factories, workshops and research facilities, all dedicated to the production of war material for the Imperium. Vast foundries churn out tanks, weapons and ammunition in quantities unimaginable to those outside the Mechanicus. The tech priests, adorned with bionics and cybernetics, tirelessly maintain the machines and conduct their arcane rituals in the hope of appeasing the machine god. The relationship between Terra and Mars is complex. Whilst the Mechanicus is a vital part of the Imperium, they maintain a degree of autonomy and their own distinct religious beliefs. This has sometimes led to friction between the two factions, yet their mutual dependence ensures the alliance, however uneasy, remains strong. The details of the treaties between Terra and Mars are a closely guarded secret. Cadia was once the most strategically important planet in the galaxy, serving as the primary defense against the forces of chaos emanating from the Eye of Terror. Situated near the Cadian Gate, a stable warp route leading into the heart of the Imperium, Cadia stood as a bastion against the countless incursions of chaos warbands and demonic hordes. For millennia, the Cadians, renowned for their unwavering discipline and martial prowess, defended their world against the relentless tide of chaos. Their entire society was geared towards war, with every citizen trained in combat and ready to defend their home. Cadia was a fortress world, riddled with defensive fortifications, gun emplacements and minefields. However, even the indomitable Cadia could not withstand the full might of Abaddon the Despoiler's 13th Black Crusade. The planet was shattered and destroyed, its surface annihilated by warp storms and the devastating firepower of Chaos warships. Though Cadia is gone, its legacy lives on. Cadian refugees are scattered throughout the galaxy, continuing to fight against Chaos wherever they find it. The details of Cadia's fall are still being investigated by the remaining Cadians, hoping to learn from their mistakes. Armageddon is a name synonymous with war and hardship in the Warhammer 40K verse. This industrial world has been the site of countless battles between the Imperium and its enemies, most notably the Orcs. The planet is characterized by its harsh environment, polluted skies, and sprawling hive cities. Armageddon is divided into two main regions: Armageddon Prime, a densely populated hive world, and Armageddon Secundus, a more desolate and industrial landscape plagued by feral Orcs. The planet has been invaded by Orcs multiple times, most famously by the infamous war boss, Gazkul Mag Urak Thraka. These Orc invasions have devastated Armageddon, leaving it scarred and war-torn. Despite the constant threat of invasion, Armageddon remains a vital industrial centre for the Imperium. Its factories produce weapons, vehicles, and other war materials for the surrounding sectors. People of Armageddon are hardened by their environment and their constant conflict, making them some of the toughest and most resilient soldiers in the Imperial Guard. The details of the planet's defences are always being updated. Whilst not strictly planets, Terra's moons, Luna and Titan, hold immense significance. Luna, the Earth's natural satellite, is heavily fortified and serves as a key defensive position for Terra. It is home to numerous orbital defense platforms and serves as a staging ground for the Imperial Navy fleets. Titan, the largest moon of Saturn, is the home of the Grey Knights chapter, the Imperium's foremost demon hunters. The Grey Knights are a secretive and highly specialised chapter of Space Marines dedicated to fighting the forces of chaos. Their fortress monastery on Titan is heavily fortified and shielded against psychic incursion. The details about both of these moons are some of the most heavily guarded secrets in the Imperium. Macragge, the homeworld of the Ultramarines chapter, is a shining example of Imperial order and efficiency. Unlike many other planets in the Imperium, Macragge is a well-governed and prosperous world, free from the corruption and decay that plague many other Imperial planets. The Ultramarines chapter is renowned for its strategic acumen and organisational skills, and this is reflected in the way that Macragge is managed. The planet is divided into carefully planned regions, each dedicated to a specific industry or agricultural pursuit. Macragge is also heavily fortified, with a network of defensive installations and a strong planetary defence force. Macragge is more than just a fortress world, it is also a symbol of hope and inspiration for the Imperium. The Ultramarines serve as a beacon of light in the grim darkness of the far future, demonstrating that order and justice can still prevail. Play a key role in training the Ultramarines chapter. These are just a few of the many key planets that shape the Warhammer 40K verse. Each planet has its own unique history, culture, and significance, contributing to the rich and complex tapestry of the setting. From the hallowed halls of Terra to the war-torn battlefields of Armageddon, these planets are stages which upon the endless drama of the 41st millennium unfolds. Understanding the details and the importance of planets such as these provide a pivotal framework for comprehending the scope and the scale of the Warhammer 40K verse, and the endless struggle for survival within it. The fate of the galaxy often hinges on the outcome of the battles fought on these worlds, solidifying their place as critical locations in the grim darkness of the far future. And so I have now covered the content for this video, but if there's anything that has been missed, please share them in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this content, please remember to like the like and subscribe waypoints down below. In the grim dark of the far future, there is only war.